I think we're live. Are we live, everyone? Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful March 11th, 2024. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are in the world. I'm certainly having a great day myself, and it is that time, everyone, for an updated 2024 Senate map prediction. That is right. It's fine. Back for a the monthly tradition of the Senate map. Now, it is a little bit later than usual because we had Super Tuesday. We had, I believe, Michigan and Missouri. We had a lot of election nights. So this is a little bit dated, or I should say a little bit delayed, but we are finally back. Now, before we continue tonight's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated. And of course, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way to send a super chat via, well, the chat. Again, I'll try to get through as much of the chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions for sure answered. And yeah, so I hope and recommend you support the channel any way you can. Alright, everybody, so it is that time for an updated Senate map prediction, and like usual, we do probability-based. That means safe is over 90% likelihood it happens. So, for example, Wyoming. There's over 99.9% chance it's going to go Republican. No matter what happens, John Barrasso or whoever will win the Senate seat in Wyoming. Same thing in, say, Hawaii, etc. for the Democrats. You get the point. So, let's get right into it. Let us start with the for sure, no matter what you do, safe Democrat states. I don't think I gotta say much about some of these states at all. I mean, really? Do I gotta mention some of these races? Also, New Jersey. Bob Menendez will not run, so we're not even gonna consider that. As for the Republican side, Utah, Wyoming, I forgot New Mexico, but either way, both Nebraska seats, North Dakota, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, Indiana, and the great state of West Virginia. So there are 12 states that we can talk about. Some of them are obvious than others, but yeah. Let's see what chat has to say. Do you support Santos? Yes. I 100% endorse George Santos for, I think, is it New York 1 he's running in? Yeah. New York 1, I believe. If that's the case, I 100% endorse him, which would be hilarious if he won, but we just got to see what happens. Hopefully he does win. I think he could. You know, I mean, it's kind of a meme, but I think he could win that race. By some ungodly miracle, he might be able to win, which would be hilarious, but we just gotta see what happens. Yes. Hades going down a toilet right now. Yeah, the Hades stuff. Just go watch Elect Right's video on this right after this stream. It's bad. It is not a good situation, and once again, Trump was right about Haiti. I mean, seriously, what is it, like, cannibals have taken over Haiti? It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Cannibals have taken over a country in the Western Hemisphere, excuse me. Think about that. Remember how Trump said the same thing? That was a shithole 5 years ago? He was right. I mean, he was right then, but now it's just so obvious. I mean, you know, these white liberals that probably never even been to Haiti. Remember that 5-6 years ago? They all had shirts saying, Haiti is already great, and then, oh, Haiti's an amazing country. Now, they're not saying a damn word about it. I wonder why. Why is the stream early? This is the usual time. We usually have 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's usually the stream. But, yeah. Prayers for the innocents in Haiti, yeah. So I believe it's cannibals. Like, I could be wrong, but I believe there are legitimate cannibals that have taken over, Haiti. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I heard. If that's the case, good luck. They say your clock back for daylight savings. Yeah, you must have forgotten that, because this is, the usual time. It's a bit weird for me. I even admit that, but hey, it's because daylight savings. Say, weren't they supposed to get rid of daylight savings by now? I thought that was going to be abolished, like, you know, 5 years ago. Let's see. The street gangs have taken over the government. Yeah, but wasn't like one of the major ones like a cannibal? Like they're frying people up on the streets? Yeah, cannibal gangsters. That's a good sign. That's a real good sign when that's taken over. You always a great sign. What an outstanding country right there. Going on Twitter, and seeing humans being roasted was not fun to see. Yeah. Now, those videos might have been fake. I don't know for certain, but apparently it is kind of real. So, I don't know what to say. Let's see. All right. So let's start the prediction. Let's also get rid of the other safe Republican seats. Yeah. Texas and Florida, let's be real. They're both going to go Republican no matter what. At this point in time, Ted Cruz will win Texas, you know, not by 15 or whatever, but I think since, you know, I just don't see Republican losing Texas this year. It might be closer than it should be, but I do think that Texas will be safe Republican. Same thing with Florida. I just think the voter registration trends, despite it being Rick Scott, he should win. And the Democratic Party of Florida, well, do I even have to say anything about that party? Do I gotta say a word about those bozos? It's not pretty. I mean, they won one race and they say they saved the Florida Democratic Party. No. You won Jacksonville. Congratulations. What do you want, a trophy? GTA 6 about to add a Haiti DLC. Oh, man. It's not funny. It should not be funny to laugh at, but it is. I mean, the fact there are a bunch of people just like, a bunch of cannibals have taken over. I don't get it. Ted Cruz has increased his approval too. Yeah, I think that he wins. I just don't see him losing. As for the Democrat side, I think Minnesota's that other state that there's no way that Republicans lose. I mean, it could maybe be closer with Royce White. He's a meme, but you never know, I guess. But Klobuchar is just a big name in Minnesota, and I highly doubt the Republicans come anywhere close to winning. Just not gonna happen. They literally called them Barbecue, the cannibal criminal leader guy. Are you serious? His name is Barbecue? Yeah, it's the drug gains versus the cannibal gains. Man, that's the toilet bowl, right? I don't know who to root for that. The cannibals or the drug lords? Place your bets, everyone. Oh, man. I just don't see how that's real, but it is. It is 100% real what's happening in Haiti. Prayers up for the civilians that are getting stuck in that situation. Just not pretty. Now, I'm usually one of those people that say don't use the military unless you have to, but how far is Haiti from Florida? Like, honestly, how far is it away? That is not a good country to have right next to one of your states. It's not like 1 mile away, but it's not that far away compared to, say, the United Kingdom or the rest of Europe. I'm just going to say that if nothing gets resolved down there, we might have to send in the military. Because you can't have a country like that right next to you. You just can't. Again, I'm not saying, you know, bomb every country, but one of those things where, do you really want cannibals to run a country right next to the United States of America? I don't think so. Should the U.S. put boots on the ground in Haiti or just leave it alone? If they can't resolve it, I think we should. Again, this is far different from frickin' Iraq. You know, Iraq's what? 1,000 miles away? Where's Haiti geography? Not my strong point. It's just south of Florida. It's by Cuba and stuff. It's not that far. Do not send money, I agree, but it's right in the Caribbean. It's only an hour away, or almost 2 hours away flight. That's not that good. It's really not that close. Well, compared to, say, Europe, it is. It's still pretty close, considering. But yeah, I would say that if they don't fix that, might be time for intervention. 838 miles away. Really? I guess. Rap, if it wasn't for Haiti existing, we wouldn't have the Louisiana purchase. Excuse me. I guess that's real. Yeah. By the way, just, let us hope they could solve that, because that is not good to have that right next to your country. I mean, that's not good at all. All right. Let us start with, you guys want to do Virginia first? You guys think that's the easy one? Virginia? Totally Republican, everyone. I'm kidding. But for real, I think Hun Kao could make it closer. I'm not saying he will 100%, but, we got a super chat. Alex Tarisco for 2, California should be likely for Senate. No, Republicans, Garvey could get it closer, but he's still going to lose. But Pennsylvania, or Virginia, I should say. I think it's going to be likely Democrat right now, probability-wise. It's just one of those states where you do got an incumbent senator who, is a decent performer. He's not like, he's not going to win by 500 points, but he should win by a decent amount. And I think Republicans have a good candidate in Hun Kao. Now, will he be the nominee? There's a chance it could be, what's the guy's name? Parkinson? Yeah. He could win, but hopefully Hun Kao pulls it off. I think he could. It would be a best case scenario if he does. Again, I'm fine with Parkinson, but you gotta go with Hun Kao. Especially for a statewide race in Virginia. You just have to. Let's see. Pass Bob Casey's bill. Yeah, isn't Bob Casey's bill something related to the border? I completely forgot. Let's see. Cuba's a communist country that's 9 miles away. No, criminal drug land 950 miles away. Yeah, so safe aren't we? I think so. Yeah, I mean, with Haiti, I just don't know. But Virginia, we're just going to say. Damn. I have no clue what's going on. You back? Is he back? I have no clue what just happened. He's back. I don't know. Just that failed. I honestly have no clue what just happened. But I think we're back. Yes, we are. Making sure everything's working. Live again. Share with your friends, guys. Okay, before I forget, we're back. Share with everyone on Twitter that we're back. I have no clue what just happened, but that was not fun. We'll forever remember 311. My computer's been having a lot of problems lately. I have no clue what's going on. Let's see here. Alex Tarisco for 5, states in order of priority: 1, Ohio, Montana 2, Nevada 3, Arizona 4, Wisconsin/Michigan 5, Maryland 6, Virginia 7th, Pennsylvania 8th, Maine 9. Your computer sounds ill. I just got a fan on it, so that's probably what it is. Alright, we're here if you need help. The computer fan goes burr. No, that's just my actual fan. Don't worry. I turned that off. Just trying to let it cool off a little bit. That's what I'm guessing it is. Hopefully nothing bad. Alright. Send computer to Haiti, oh good lord. So we have to actually remake the map. Yay. It was something like this, I think, right? Yeah. And then, of course, the Northeast, or not Northeast. All these states, not Maryland. What am I doing? Here we go. Sam Mats for 2. How would a Trump versus barbecue election go? I honestly don't know. Cheesehead internet. No, it's just my computer. I think it's like something unoptimized right now. That's what I'm guessing. Made it back, Pennsylvania. So yeah. Virginia, like we were trying to say, I think it's gonna be likely Democrat. In all honesty, I think that's what it is. Right, you need to get your computer looked at. Well, I did, and it was working just fine. Now it's not. I honestly don't know what's going on with it. That's the thing that's not good. Not good. Jeez, that internet. Oh, good lord. Everything's working now. That's a thing. Okay, barbecue would win California in the Northeast. That is real. Okay. As for Maryland, ooh. That one, I don't know about. Because, okay, Larry Hogan, we know, is, he's running. He's going to be the Republican candidate there. He's running a very moderate campaign. Consider it's Maryland. He, of course, is a former governor there. I think he could make the race a lot closer than it should be. But in all reality, do we really think Larry Hogan can win? Does Hogan have any chance of winning? I think he might, but with polarization, I just don't know. He is super popular, but I think it's going to be likely. Like, Democrats have like an 85% chance of winning, but it is possible for Republicans to win it. It is entirely possible. We just got to see. Maryland is schizo enough, it's lean based on probability. Well, the problem is you're talking about a Senate race, which is not the same as a presidential race, and so forth. But it is possible. There is a possibility that Republicans can win the Senate seat just because of Hogan. Why is Hogan running? Well, make Democrats spend resources. That's kind of the whole idea of, hey, let's just make Democrats waste everything on one state. Surely that can't backfire. Now, don't spend anything there, but yeah. Chrissy Hogan 2028. No, absolutely not. Maybe if his opponent is exposed as a serial killer, Hogan might be able to only lose by 5 points. I think in a best case scenario, he could win, but that might be pushing it. Trump endorsed Mike Rogers in Michigan. Oh, we got breaking news. Yep. Mike Rogers has just been endorsed by Donald Trump for the Michigan Senate race. Huh. That's definitely interesting. Happy Hogan 2028. Oh, good lord. Nebraska GOP is funding a candidate to challenge Pete Ricketts at Nebraska. Any thoughts? I think they could win. The problem is, though, I just don't see them beating Ricketts. Like, yeah, you got the GOP behind you, but does that mean you're going to win? Not necessarily. Maryland would vote for Mao if he ran as a Dem. Well, against Hogan, I don't think so. Because Hogan is seen as a moderate Republican. And they love moderate Republicans in Maryland. Which 2024 GOP presidential candidate do you think will rerun in 28? Obviously, Ron DeSantis. DeSantis is definitely going to run again. It's a matter of, will we see someone like Haley run? I could see it. Okay. Pennsylvania. Ooh, so the thing about Pennsylvania is I think that it comes down to what happens at the presidential level. Like, okay, if Trump wins by 5, I could see McCormick barely, by the skin of his teeth, winning. But that's like best case scenario, the stars align, everything like that. I could see him winning that. On the flip side, Bob Casey is a very strong candidate. He's going to be the favorite. But here's my problem with the race. Mitch McConnell is going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on this one Senate race. And it's going to suck. I mean, it's not going to be fun. Republicans are going to burn through hundreds of millions of dollars on this one race. And this money should be going towards, Montana, Ohio, etc., even Michigan at this point. But no, it's going to go through nonsensical ad buys in Pennsylvania. McCormick loves free trade. It's already over for him. Yeah, he's been saying some real dumb stuff. So I think that at the end of the day, it starts off as likely Democrat. Well, not starts off, but it is, as of now, leaning Democrat. I just don't see how McCormick can pull it off. I just, unless everything goes perfectly for the guy, he can maybe squeak by a 1/4 point win. But the problem is, Do you think that's going to happen? Let's look at Pennsylvania. I'm actually curious. Pennsylvania. There we go. Casey plus 10. Casey plus 1. Casey plus 12. Casey plus 7. Plus 4. So even the best polls for McCormick, that's with like what? 40% undecided? Yeah, that poll's worthless. So I think at the end of the day, it is currently likely Republican, or likely Democrat, I should say. Now, Ohio. I think at this point, it starts off as leaning Republican. At this point in time, I think it is leaning Republican. Now, does that mean it's 100% gonna go for Bernie Moreno, more than likely gonna be the Republican? No. But I could see him, losing by only, or winning by a point or two. We just gotta see. Explore Bear for 2. Rick Scott will win by 5.5%. I agree. Something like that range. It's just the problem for Florida Dems is it's getting so Republican in the state. I just don't see it happening. Michigan. I'm gonna say lean Democrat. I'm gonna say lean Democrat. Mike Rogers has a chance. It does come down to what does the Democrat, what's her name again? I'm having a brain fart. The Democrat candidate. I'm having having some problems here, folks. Michigan Senate race. I completely forgot her name. Slotkin, excuse me. I just think with Slotkin, she's just a good enough candidate for Michigan that she should win. Stephen Howard for 5. Would you rate Ohio differently if LaRose or Dolan were the nominee? LaRose, no. Dolan, yes. I think that if it's LaRose, he wins by the same margin. Dolan, him being a free trade Republican alone kills him. Like, if you don't think that's going to hurt him, well, you're just coping. You're talking about a protectionist Democrat versus a free trade Republican. We saw for the past, 20 years how that ends up being. Republicans get killed in that situation. Wisconsin. Ooh. I wasn't a fan of Eric Hovde at the start, but I think he's running a strong campaign. At this point in time, I think he's running a very strong campaign, considering the circumstances. That doesn't mean, he's going to win. But I just think he's running a decent enough campaign as of now, where I think, he could potentially pull it off. I know that sounds crazy, but he's not running a bad campaign at all. So, I think he starts off as definitely not in the runners. He's definitely not the favorite. But I think Hovde is good enough that he could win. He could potentially win. Just for the simple fact that Trump will be on the ballot. And Hovde, he is running as just an average Wisconsin dude. He is the embodiment of Wisconsin. Just an average dude, just campaigning and, throwing axes, drinking beer, and all of that. That's the Wisconsin lifestyle. Now, the problem is he's has some residency stuff in California. Will that hurt him? I don't know, but we just got to see. Biden wins West Virginia by 32 points. Realest thing I've heard today. Okay, Montana. Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's leave Montana for last. New Mexico is safe Democrat. I don't know why that's not marked as that. Actually, Nebraska's a likely independent. Yeah, one poll. Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm sure that Democrats are good, or the independents are going to win Nebraska. Sure. I'm sure of it. He might get closer, but these people think that the guy's going to actually win because, he's an independent. That means they're going to win. No. Just no. All right. Trump should endorse Hovde right now. I think he should too. Keep everyone else out of the race. Now, here's the 3 states that good possibility this could determine control of the Senate. Not 100%, but there's a chance. Montana, Nevada, and Arizona. So Montana will be between Tim Sheehy and Jon Tester. There is a problem for Tim Sheehy. There's just one big problem. It's the simple fact that some people in the Republican base do not trust the guy. I mean, he's going against Jon Tester. Now, Tim Sheehy's biggest advantage is he does have money behind him. That's one thing that might save in Montana, but you cannot deny that a lot of the Republican base, especially Trump supporters, they're not 100% on board with this guy yet. I mean, they have a lot of questions that are legitimate. Like, hey, dude, you lived in Minnesota your entire life, but now you are running for the Montana Senate seat? Tester is done. I don't know. Tester's DOA. I don't think he's DOA, but I could see it being within 5 points. It's being within 5 points either way, probably within 3. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a real tough one. But I think it's tilt Republican. I think as of now, this is a tilt Republican seat. Could Republicans lose it? Yes. But I just think you're talking about a Trump plus what? 20 seat? You know, it just, the chance of that, you know, flipping Democrat or staying Democrat. I know it's Jon Tester, but still. I just think Montana right now is tilting Republican. Nevada. Yeah, no. We're not winning Nevada. Sure, it's in a presidential year and Trump's going to win the state by, or should win the state by a couple points, but problem is Republicans have some real bad candidates there. I mean, Sam Brown's your best option. Not a good look. Not a good look. As for Arizona, now this is the one that I have no clue about. If I'm being 100% honest with everyone, I have no clue how Arizona's going to go. Because Kyrsten Sinema was the big wild card, now she's out. But now, we have an even bigger wild card, as who is she hurting more? Kari Lake or Gallego? That's one of those questions that I don't know. Because, alright, let's say she was hurting the moderate vote of both parties. I think that's Lake. I think she was hurting Lake a bit more than Gallego because it's a John McCain Republican. That were her main voters, the John McCain types. But that doesn't mean that Kari Lake is going to win. I think right now, Kari Lake is going to lose. And I think she will lose by a couple points. You know, I like Lake, but it's just being realistic. I just don't see how Kari Lake pulls it off right now. Again, she absolutely can. I'm not saying it's a 100% guarantee that she loses, but the problem is the 1v1 race makes it between Democrats versus Republicans. And some of those John McCain types, I hate to say, they're going to probably vote for a progressive over Kari Lake. That's how nuts some of these people are. So, my current map is 5248. I kind of want to just do a quick Senate map because I want to make sure the stream is, you know, done before we crash again. And B, I just want to see you guys' chats because there are a lot of questions about the Senate races this year. So for the next like half an hour, we'll just have a conversation in chat because I want to do a quick Senate map because nothing's really changed. And B, I just want to see what you guys are saying about the map. If there's anything interesting going on. So yeah. Again, folks, Super Chat's the best way to get your questions answered, but I'll try to read through as much chat as possible. Do final predictions for tomorrow. That's easy. Trump wins every state. So does Biden. Like, there's no... I can't think of a competitive race tomorrow. Is there one? Is there a single competitive race tomorrow? I don't know. There might be, but I haven't heard one. Again, if there's a competitive race, just let me know. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yes. Rapidoris. I see our ceiling at 59. What do you think? Our ceiling's like 56. Best case scenario. Rap, thanks for spending time with your viewers. Yeah, so usually I go more into detail with the Senate map, but we're at a point now where it's kind of foregone conclusion what the map's going to look like. Plus, my stream is crashing a little bit, so I'm going to try to figure that out by tomorrow. I'm going to get Tyrone in here to look at it again. It was working just fine. Which states are having elections tomorrow? I believe it's Georgia, Hawaii, Mississippi, and is it Oregon? I think it's Oregon, right? I think. I could be wrong, but I believe it is Oregon. Wicker's up tomorrow. Well, Wicker's not going to lose. If he does lose, that would be freaking hilarious, but I just don't see that happening. I really don't. Wrap out of curiosity, which mic do you use? HyperX. I use a HyperX. I used to have a Blue Yeti, but not good anymore. Georgia will be the biggest one tomorrow. Yeah, so Georgia will be worth the most, and if Trump sweeps everything like he should, he's going to get the nomination tomorrow. So yeah, the states that are up tomorrow is Georgia, Hawaii on the Republican side, Mississippi, Washington on both sides, and Democrats abroad. So we're going to get results real quick tomorrow. The next week, it's going to be Arizona, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Ohio, then Louisiana and Missouri on the Democrat side. And that's it till April. So we've got a couple of election night streams coming up. Clark County, Nevada, that's the southern one with Vegas for those unfamiliar, go for Trump this time. I think he loses it by 0.5 to 1 points. That would be more than enough to flip Nevada. So yeah, if he loses Clark by like 0.5%, he's going to win. He's going to win the state of Nevada. I think Trump lost it by like 10 last time. If he's doing that good in Vegas, Biden needs a freaking miracle in Reno. That's just one way to put it. It's the only way that Biden would win if he's doing that good in Las Vegas. Man milk for 2. If Trump's up by 4 in Arizona, how many Trump Geico voters exist? Well, if he wins by 4, yeah, Lake probably wins. It's going to be very similar to the results of the presidential race. I just don't see Lake winning or Trump winning by more than like 2. Per Kelvin Coolidge, more than 60 RNC staffers have been fired. I did see that. Yeah, so the RNC is cleaning house right now. Told you to trust Laura Trump and what's the guy's name? Walter? Whatley, yeah. Rav, do you think that Lake can win? I think that if she runs a good enough campaign, she can court the McCain votes since they would be less likely to vote for foul-mouthed leftists than her. Well, the problem with McCain voters, these McCain Republicans, is they don't care. They legit don't care. They just say, oh, Kerry like election conspiracy. You know, we can't vote for that. This is the 2020 Arizona presidential / Senate all over again. Yeah, I actually agree with that. But Lake, you know, is obviously better than, what was her name? McSally? Yeah. Describe a Biden / DeSantis voter. A DeSimp. Well, Biden 2020 voter or Biden 2024 voter. It's either a DeSimp or a disgruntled Hispanic. But more democracy. I know we talked about the Senate, but do you think Brandon, the AK guy, Herrera, could be Gonzalez in the primary? I think he could, but Gonzalez to gain the endorsement of Patrick, I think it's over. I mean, he could still win, but if you're losing endorsements like Patrick, not good. Not good at all. McCain voters are never MAGA. Yeah, I agree with that. But even the ones that are not MAGA, like McSally, they vote against her for the fake moderate and frickin' Mark Kelly, who votes 1% less Democrat than the average Democratic senator. Congratulations, by the way. That's the moderate, everybody. I mean, think about that. Can you imagine Republicans had Democrat moderates? Like the moderates Democrats have? Instead of Murkowski, can you imagine we had someone from, like, New Jersey that voted like Bob Good? Oh, that would be amazing, but that's not going to go anywhere. That's not going to happen. Describe a Biden write-in 2016 and Hillary write-in 2020 voter. Orange man bad, but doesn't like the nominee. Or something. I misspoke. I thought Clark was within 3, not within 10. So if he just loses by 6 to 7, he wins Nevada easy. Well, it depends what happens in Reno. If Reno is like shifts like 5 points Democrat, that's be close. But if rural areas are as Republican as they've been, yeah, I think Trump should win Nevada in that case easy. Hey Rat, hold on, read that. Brennan's the win, not just for the memes. Well, yeah, Gonzalez just sucks. I mean, you do not want to deal with Tony Gonzalez. You could just get Brandon Herrera in there. Problem is Herrera needs the Trump endorsement. He needs something like that. He can't just run on the, oh, I got the AK endorsement, or no, I'm the AK guy, vote for me. It's not enough. Not enough. Women's rights are on the ballot. Real. Let's see. Brennan needs a win, not just for the memes. I read that. Thoughts on the spending bill that passed Friday? I did not read it. No, I didn't. If Reno stays the same or barely Democrat, then Trump blows Biden away. Yeah. So if Biden, does the exact same in Reno, he's done. Because just Vegas shifting alone will flip the state. But if he has to do a lot better in Reno. Which I just don't think there's enough votes there. I just really don't. Hey, Rap, in case Washington and Oregon staged a rebellion, we could propose a state suicide theory. Cascadia would have the... Wait, what? I never heard of that. A state suicide theory? What is that? Do I even want to know? I don't think I do. I don't think I want to know. $170 billion to Haiti. Real. Who do you think is the best Nevada Republican? I guess Lombardo? Rap. A Boeing whistleblower is found dead from an apparent suicide. I heard about that. The guy apparently killed himself. He offed himself. Like, bro. Totally real. Totally not because he was a whistleblower. Totally legit. The three things about South Texas Hispanics are Tejano music, Mandela beer, and Dallas Cowboys. Bailey Spangler for 2. Describe a Trump Gallego voter. A McCain Republican that realized Trump was right but hates Lake. Whoops, sorry. Do you watch any other channels similar to yours? Red Eagle Politics, Liberal Hive Mind, etc. I watch a couple of them. Usually Elect Right or Mid-Style. Those are the ones I usually watch the most. Because, yeah, they got high-tier content. High-tier content, everyone. Wait, what's going on with Boeing? Have you not read the news the past, 5 months? Every 5 minutes, tires are flying out of Boeing planes, the doors are staying open, there might be a lawsuit coming. It's a mess. You know the Mando dude who got 20% of some border counties in the Rio Grande Valley in the Democratic primary? Mando's gonna run as an independent if you lose the nomination. What? That dude is gonna, screw Biden over. I mean, he's just gonna take a bunch of votes away from Biden then. What's your opinion on Ground News? Never heard about it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Plane nearly fell to the sky today, injuring dozens. It was a Boeing plane. Yeah, Boeing's not having a good year this year. There's some real bad stuff about it. You're not talking about just, there's one incident where, one of the screws fell loose. No, you're talking about, doors flying wide open. Freaking just tires flying off. It's not good. The feds would take over the states. Oh, okay. I see Haley has really risen the safety standards since she got on the board of Boeing. Yeah, she's doing a real good job at Boeing. Real good job. The state suicide theory is a post-Civil War theory that would have punished the South by splitting up the southern states. Okay. So the idea is so states are not powerful enough. Okay. I don't think that's a good idea. I could see that backfiring somehow. But Biden said more infrastructure. John Willard officially endorses Donald John America for president. What? DEI in aviation is making it more dangerous because they're hiring people solely based on race. Yeah, that's a big problem. And no one's talking about it. Like, okay, bro, we're going to hire someone based on the color of their skin, not because they're good at their job. That's insane. Utter insanity. Not good. Not a good idea. Break if 10 Tories defect to Reform UK will hold the election very soon. Yeah, I heard about that. So the Reform Party might be getting some MPs today or very soon, because I guess the Conservatives are trying to get Boris Johnson back. Me for two, laughing my ass off. You could text Mando's personal number. Who is this Mando guy? Like, I know he's the guy that wants like the death squads over against Biden and stuff, but dear Lord. All right, I think we'll make last calls for super chat stuff again. This was a quicker stream, but I gotta figure out what's up with my computer and my internet. That's just not going right. Something's not working. So if you have any more questions, concerns, comments, begin sending them now. Again, I don't want to cut the stream early, but I just think we have to. Buck Hunter 431 for 2. You should debate LTE. Not interested. Not interested. Because that just could be like a waste of time, I think. Is Reform make UK great again? I mean, kind of. For UK standards, yeah. At this point, Labour's more conservative than the Conservatives. Yeah, Labour's more conservative than the Conservative Party. Should tell you everything. 2-hour streams. Well, I'm sorry, no, just my computer, like, something's acting up, and I don't want the stream to crash mid-sentence again. So I'm just gonna cut it short tonight. Me for 2. He said he would investigate Jews and punish them. What? Who is this guy? Who is this Mando guy running for the presidency? That's what he's saying. We're gonna go for like 5 or 10 more minutes. I'm not gonna go as long as I wanted to. Just having some technical problems. Thoughts on Trump's gaffe on Social Security? Not good, but I think he's covered it very well. Like, hey, I just meant waste when it comes to government spending or Social Security. Are you going to do a Republican governor tier list? Potentially. Just got to see. How was Liz Truss? She was awful. She lasted like 5 seconds. Let's see. UK Conservatives are going to get crushed in the next election. Well, yeah. They're going to get absolutely crushed. Like, we're not talking about, oh, they're going to lose by, 1 seat. They may take 3rd. That's how bad it is. Describe as Santos Hochul / Santos write-in voter. A Giga Chad. Not the Hochul part, but just voting for Santos. Pretty good. Stephen Howard for 5. Starfield already mentioned, but DeWine endorsed Dolan. Yeah, so Dolan might lose that race. If he's the nominee, I think he can lose. Because you're talking about a free trade Republican running in Ohio. Surely this won't end badly. No, it would, by the way. Like, can you imagine having a free trade Republican in Ohio? That would end in a disaster. Complete and total L. Stephen Howard read that. SNP might become official opposition. Isn't SNP just to the left of Labor, anyways? It's a mess. An absolute mess. Alright, so I think we're going to end the stream here again. I don't want to cut the stream short, but I just have to. From the GPU to the drive seat. From the GPU to the drive seat. Drive set wrap computer free. I think just there's a setting on enable. I think sums up with the GPU again, or probably the CPU. I think it was. Bailey Spangler for 5. I visited Haiti with a church group in 2016 and worked with local organization to help special needs kids. The current situation is horrible. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, the situation is in Haiti. I pray for those in the country because it's not going to end as people expect it to end. It's not going to go good. Only bad things can happen when we have people like that running everything. Alright. Anyways, folks, I think we're going to end the stream here. If you guys did enjoy the stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, sorry for cutting it short, but I just have to. We will be back for tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow for an election night stream. Everything should be fixed by then, but that might have just been a one-off occurrence. And, yeah. Godspeed.